Okay, recording is started.
Nice. Oh, I guess that means I should start the music.
That would be appropriate.
You guys hear this?
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
Baby.
Finally did it.
Hello, pussy.
I cannot hear it, but that's on my end.
Goodbye, phone.
Okay. So, last we left off, you guys were getting ready for a snooze in your own little rooms, except for Olivia, Elliot, and jumping around, and Adrian, who all shared the free room. Is there anything you guys want to do before you hunker down for the night?
I'm going to observe the things I took off of Tongle's corpse.
Okay, you do so. You add them to your inventory. I'd have to pull up Tongle's sheet to see what you got.
I got a bunch of stuff.
See.
Did you guys make a sheet for a character that would die in less than 1 hour?
Yeah. Okay, let's see. So you got his weapons. You probably kept his clothes on, so you didn't get that.
Good.
He gave the bag to Adrian, so he now has that. You took all his gold off of him, and you took his crowbar. And
Wait, does that mean you started with double gold?
probably, unless he wants to share with the group later on.
Tongo had any gold after being a prisoner?
Yeah, he did. Everyone got their stuff back that was a prisoner as soon as they got off the ship. That's why they were tossing bags at people.
Oh.
And an entertainer's pack. You can keep the loot if you want, or you can smash it, you can sell it. I don't really care what you do with it. It's just a regular loot. You don't know how to play. Oh wait, do you know how to play it?
He probably doesn't know.
You don't know how to play this shit. But yeah, that's what you got off of his body. Nothing too outstanding, but you can always sell it.
One thing.
Am I? You want to PM it to me because I just looked at the sheet.
It might not be on my sheet for some. I apparently didn't write it down.
Okay, what are you expecting me to do about it? Oh yeah. Yeah, you get that too.
Okay. Say what it is, ho.
Oh, fine. Fine, you get a letter. It has a... It doesn't matter to them because they don't even see you with it.
I'm in the room with Tarok.
Yeah. But
Oh,
he
you're
does...
sharing your room with Tarok?
Yeah, he offered
Okay.
me to stay in his room.
So, you have a letter that has a royal wax seal on it.
Oh.
The seal seems to be some kind of rose crescent.
Oh, I opened
Crest.
the letter.
Someone's
Okay.
got a pen pole.
You use the dagger to pop the seal wax off. It seems to have already been pre-opened before. And doing so, you know what it says because you're the one that fucking wrote it.
Hold on, let me just find that. Ah!
Are you gonna read it out loud to Tarok?
Hold on. Let me find it.
Serenade me with what your pen pal is writing you.
I don't think it's pen pal, but hey, it's a pen pal.
He's running from the grave.
Okay, so Zerk here puts his big old round glasses on and he reads the letter. Very interesting. This is a letter addressed to a special agent Trevor Ongle, signed by a King Sarkon III. Apparently, I have killed a spy. Neat.
I've never heard of either of those names, but sure, whatever. I mean,
I
those
am
were
glad
words.
he is dead. After all, it was his destiny to die here after setting foot on that beach.
That beach.
So they say. Though I do have to admit, you killing that gnome was a good job.
I had to listen to him complain under the boat the whole time. It was very unpleasant.
Well, aren't I fortunate that I stayed on top?
He looks at Tongle's instrument, looks at it for a second, and just fucking slams it on the ground.
You hear the twang of it shattering into bits.
And thus you killed even the last single remains of the wicked small one.
May he not rest in peace and suffer eternally.
We can agree
We're off to
on
a good
that.
start.
His
You
fucking
said
zombie will
you
come out.
liked them. Okay, Dorito, you're getting ready in your separate room away from everyone.
Yeah.
As you can tell, these rooms aren't very well furnished. It seems like the wood is starting to rot, and it looks like someone hasn't swept in here in a week. There's a layer of dust on everything. But the bed seems sturdy.
Oh shit.
There's a layer of dust on the dust.
I say sturdy with my fingers, quotation, as you hear in a separate room where Tarok takes a seat on his bed and you hear
Oh, goddamn.
For not very well furnished, you mean that it only has like a bed and a drawer, or?
Yeah, it has a bed, a drawer. Your room has a window, but it seems to be boarded up. Because there's no glass on the window.
Oh, this place is beautiful. I love it. He'll probably try to get on the bed, just sitting on the side.
You sit on it and you feel it start to dip.
Mm. Yeah, I'll take my place on the floor. That's fine.
Well, you could take off the mattress and just put it on the floor.
I just throw the fucking thing on the. Yeah, why not? I'll throw it on the ground.
You're gonna sleep in your armor?
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
This place is a shithole. I will probably burn it down when we leave.
Please don't. I think I'm gonna stay here if I return.
Elliot, in your room, because it's the free room, there's no windows, there's no drawers, no dressers.
Mhm.
It seems these two that you're hanging out with are completely comfortable in this room. It seems like they've just gotten used to it, as Olivia's still face down on the floor, not moving. And Adrian has taken the only pillow on the bed and is now like hugging it and like curling up next to Olivia.
Oh.
You see his tail kind of like wrap around her hand
Aww.
as he's looking up at you.
He's looking at me.
Yeah. So, what's a young boy like you doing in a place like this? I mean, I understand my circumstances, but
I was a stowaway. I actually didn't know what I was getting myself into.
oh, He smiles. That's unfortunate.
Oh wow, you fucked up.
That's rough, buddy.
Get out of here, Teddy.
Well, so far it's a bit better than the situation I was in before.
You can see him like sit up more, and he's like hugging the pillow and like scooching closer. He can't get too close because Olivia is like laying on the floor. You can't tell if she's conscious or not. She doesn't seem to be breathing, but
I love you so much.
she's a corpse. She's dead.
She just died. She's just fucking died.
Get me away. But he's like, yeah, I can understand that. Not that there was anything wrong with my living situation. I mean, I had a home, family, school, my mentor,
Baby.
but I wanted more. Does that make me selfish?
No.
Oh,
Yes.
good. Oh,
So how long have you two been here?
picking at my words. A lot more entertaining than back at home. I'm allowed to do so much more here. I mean, you can kill a man here and no one will blink an eye.
As we saw.
He just stares.
Not that I'm really into killing. That's more of Olivia's thing, and she only does it to defend me.
To what, sorry? To what?
Oh Jesus, everybody's breaking up.
Oh shit, you're cutting out then.
Oh Jesus.
From
You want me to do it again?
Yeah.
Favorite time.
There we go.
Hi.
Alright,
Okay, let's see if it's better.
That's all on the recording.
so
Beautiful.
yeah.
It's every time on the recording.
So you heard what he said, right?
No. That's why I was
Yeah.
asking.
Okay. So he said that you can kill a man on this island and no one blinks an eye, but he's not really into killing. That's more Olivia's thing, and she only does it to defend him. And he looked a little sheepish about it.
Mommy.
How long have you now here?
About 6 months. I first met her at the temple. I'm pretty sure I told you this before, but she was kind of hanging herself and... Well, it didn't really do much. She just seemed a little frustrated, so I cut her down and then she scolded me for 10 minutes straight.
How dare you cut me down, kid?
Let me fucking die.
Just let me hang here. I'll die eventually.
Does that mean she didn't know how to, or does that mean she can't die?
I
He
don't
has a
know.
point. Wait a minute.
I don't know how to die. Somebody teach me.
She said something about a mentor having something against her. I mean, I've seen her take heavy damage. Like, she jumped off the roof. I've seen her leg broken. She's taken a sword to the chest.
You
She's
know her for 6
still
months. What the
breathing.
fuck?
Olivia, how are you still alive? Because the gods hate me. There you go.
So you have some sort of curse that prevents you from dying, and that's why you want to die.
Olivia finally like puts her hands on the floor and sits up, kind of shaking his tail off of her hand. Yeah, she's sitting more politely now. She's got her legs crossed with her hands put together in her lap. It almost seems like a meditation thing. When you lose everything and have nothing left to live for, why live?
Would you like us to help you? Find a way to properly kill you?
I know how, and I do need your help. Eventually, you will be the reason I die. Harsh. But doable! And you are not to use my body in one of your experiments. Rude.
Anyways, how should I call you? I feel weird calling an adult by the first name.
He's just a baby.
I call her Lady Olivia. You can call her Lady too. Don't call me Lady.
Oh, can I call you Auntie? Auntie Olivia?
What's her wisdom save?
Yeah, same though. Yeah, same though.
I can break her.
Nice. Okay. She doesn't express any emotion to it. She just like tilts her head to the side and slowly starts tipping over and eventually she crashed back to the ground. I think she loves it. Auntie Olivia! Auntie Olivia!
That's good. Well, I'm off to bed now. Hope did you have a nice sleep?
She gives you an enthusiastic as she can thumbs up and then flops back to her side. And Elliot, as you crawl into bed, you find your eyes strangely drawn to her great sword. It's only held onto her back by leather strips that seems that she's tied to her. It doesn't seem to have any kind of sheath, so it's just the blade itself. And you can't stop looking at it. Adrian takes the spot next to her again, curling up.
Baby.
As the rest of you get ready and head off to bed as best as you can. It takes a while to sleep.
I think I'm not gonna sleep on the bed or on a bed. I'm probably gonna take the mattress and just sleep on the floor as well. On the mattress. I can't
You're gonna
imagine.
share with Z.
I can't imagine the bed to actually like fit me. I mean, he's a big boy.
For a second, you're gonna sleep.
I was promised a bed.
Sleep on him. I promise he's warm.
What you mean you promised?
Look, all those muscles produce a lot of heat.
Z for Zephyrus. Anyway.
Hey! Bring it back, boy!
Alright. It's time to have some fun, guys. I'll start with Cyrus. You dream once again. Oh, let me change the music. Fuck off, Skyrim. Let's see. Let's get these one. Yeah, I think this is the one. Fuck yeah. Okay. So, you once again awaken unarmored. No sword, no shield, nothing. In your wheat field. As you stand, you feel the gentle breeze. And the wheat tickles, of course, because it does.
He Nike.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
Nike. And you can see the temple that you always dream of, with the great tree slowly wrapping around. What do you do?
I would like to walk to the temple. Since I'm in the Whitfield, I assume that that's the only thing around.
Yeah. It doesn't seem that there's anything behind you to the east or west. Only forward.
I would like to get close to it.
Alright, as you get close to it, you hear the voice that has apologized to you so many times before. And it says to you, "Oh, my child, you found her. Now you can find me and find your answers. We will speak soon. I promise." And as you get to the end of the wheat field, you see the temple start to fade.
Why did you time to snap my temple? Do I see anything else now that it's gone?
Just the wheat field and the tree that used to stand there. It's a little awkwardly grown since it seems like it was slowly wrapping itself around the temple. But this time the doors were open. You feel that you're getting closer to your goal. Alright, while you contemplate that, it's time to go to Tarok.
Oh, lovely.
It's so beautiful. Okay, Tarok.
I suddenly feel like an elf.
Fucking natty fierce.
So, in your dreams, your lungs are filled with ash. And as you're looking around, everything around you is engulfed in flames. It seems like a village that what was once standing here is now gone. And you feel a presence next to you. A man standing about 9 feet tall. Skin as black as ebony. And wearing very exquisite silk robing. A lot of his body showing, of course, to show off his muscles. As he wields a long sword. It seems to be dripping. But you're not sure of what. As he's looking around with you. So, this is where my chosen has decided to end up.
It is where I was led. It is where the traitor went, as far as I'm aware.
He grins at you and he's like, so we are still on the hunt. Good. And you can see that before you stands the man that you were looking for. He's got a smirk on his face, and he does the, come forward gesture.
I take the challenge. I move towards him.
As you do, the flames rise up and consume his body, and before you can even reach him, he's gone again.
Coward.
As I'm gonna call him Ebony Man, looks a little more frustrated. He's like, well, at least we know we're on the right tracks.
You won't be able to hide forever.
Not with a wolf like you choose to. Now here's my favorite part. But I'm gonna turn up the music a little bit. I've been playing a lot of Sekiro, okay? So I'm just like, wolf, puppy.
I want that game so bad.
It's so good. But as you get ready to try to turn and make your leave, because you are aware it's a dream, you hear behind you a loud, "Why won't you die?"
I turn around.
Standing there is a giant mass. You can't really tell what it is because its body is completely consumed in flames as it's reaching its arms up and letting out a mighty It's got a giant axe embedded into its back, and standing in front of it, wielding 2 axes, is a female orc. Roll me a perception check.
Huh.
Nice. From what you can tell of the orc girl, she is wearing only fur. She's not wearing any armor. Her face is completely bloodied. Like she's been fighting this thing for a while. She's exhausted, but she's still standing. Her hair is completely black as night, with a small bit of gray tint to the bangs that hang over her face.
Anti-Teddy.
Even as her face bleeds, she's got one eye open, and her eyes are a piercing blood red. And before she's able to raise her axes up as the giant's getting ready to smash his hands down on her, she sees you. And she slowly lowers her axes, and she says, "Who are you?" As the giant brings his hands down and smashes her, dust flies everywhere.
I look on in a kind of confusion.
Your ebony friend is leaning on his sword, almost amused. He's like, he nudges you with his elbow. "No, that is a hunt."
Perhaps.
The giant's pretty cool too.
Yeah. But I will not lose focus. I have a mission.
You see him grin. He licks his sharp teeth as he says, "I get the feeling these things are connected. Find the giant, find the traitor. I know you won't disappoint."
Of course not.
Then what are you waiting for? Get a move on, wolf. On to the next person. Z. Oh! I'm trying to get my bases on everyone's backstory and purpose on this island. Okay, let's see. Where did I put you? I'm pretty sure I put it in the wrong folder. Yes. There it is. Z.
I'm already spooked.
You walk down the aisles of a very familiar temple. You grew up here. As you walk, you can hear the echoes of your footsteps filling the aisles, but no people. And you feel like you're not alone.
Who did?
Because you hear a very familiar voice call to you. Z. How goes it, old friend?
I've asked you many times not to call me that.
You see on one of the balconies is this rather large man. He's wearing fancy, almost royal robes, and he's swinging a crown around on his fingertip. It's obviously stained in blood. Clearly not his. Oh, don't be like that, Z. Come on. Or at least on a personal level. Huh?
Whatever you say.
How are you enjoying the new magic?
It is nice. But I could use more.
And he claps his hands together and starts rubbing them. No, that's what I like to hear. But you can get something for nothing. You know that.
What is it you want this time?
You know what I want. This island you're at is perfect. It's filled with so many magical creatures and so many magical users.
I see.
Spill a little blood for me, and you get what you want.
Very well. I was probably going to do that anyway.
And he smiles and that's what I like about you, see? You're always ready. Unlike other people. I think you'll be just fine.
Of course I will.
Oh, and don't get distracted.
What is that supposed to mean?
You know what I mean. The white elf. If she's of no use, get rid of her.
Whatever you say.
He does the okie dokie sign with his hand. He smiles at you.
Got him.
Ha ha! Flips it upside down. Got him!
Finger guns.
No, shoo shoo. You have a lot to do.
Whatever.
You see, as you're about to turn, he's holding the skull. It still has hair on it. But you know who it is. You remember that skull.
Oh.
As he's quietly humming to himself, playing with the hair. And you turn and leave.
Brings me here and does not even give me anything.
Would you want to level up?
I'd like that.
Ow.
I love that song. Okay,
Mm-mm.
now, last but not least, Elliot. Elliot, you find yourself in darkness. You're not standing. It feels like you're floating. But anytime you take a breath in, you feel your lungs fill with what appears to be water. It feels heavy on your chest, and it's very hard to move.
Let me see if I can find music to go with this. I believe I put it in here. Oh, here it is.
As you're looking around for any source of light, you see out in the distance that there does seem to be very small, purplish glow in the distance.
Mm.
And you feel a familiar scratching in the back of your skull. What do you do?
Wait, what?
It's like a constant little like scratch, like something's inside your brain. It's like this. Oh, let me grab something.
There's a hamster inside your head.
Yeah. It's like a
Can I talk?
you could try to.
I wanted to try to say hello.
As you open your mouth, you do feel the water continue to fill your mouth, but for some reason your voice does project. And you see the glow like shimmer. And it starts to move towards you. And as it gets closer, it gets larger and larger and larger. You feel something shift the water around you as it's slowly circling you. And you do hear a low noise that comes with it, like it's trying to speak to you, but can't form words.
What are you? Can I see you?
Suddenly, the darkness around you starts to fade, and you are able to make out the creature in front of you.
This one I did art for.
Ooh.
He's a very big boy. His eyes seem to illuminate the thick mucus-like waters around you. As he now sits before you, his tail shifting from side to side, trying to keep himself in front of you. And you can see his little tendrils that are like his whiskers are slowly reaching out for you.
Are you going to eat me or something?
As you say that, his throat seems to be filling with something. Like he's getting ready to, hack a loogie. As his eyes roll up inside his head, and the tendril that is on top of his forehead reaches down and touches your forehead. And you hear a voice. At first, it starts off as a bunch of voices speaking at once, so it's hard to make out what he's trying to say. But eventually it all collects into one voice. Like multiple people speaking in unison. Which I can't do, so you're gonna have to just deal with that. As a giant purple eye comes out of his maw. It's almost like it's pulsating. As you hear him say, "He needs your help."
You mean Auntie Olivia's help?
The eye kind of like rolls around a bit, like it doesn't know who that is, before it refocuses back at you. He needs your help.
Oh,
The empty vessel. Your arms in the air.
the empty
sword.
vessel.
He like closes his mouth and reopens it like a blink. You've seen her, the sword bearer.
Well, I'm on her room right now.
You see his pupil like dilate. It turns like pin-sized before growing back to its regular size. The empty vessel. It must be filled.
Are you talking about the sword she is carrying?
Yes. The empty vessel must be filled. The sword.
Filled with what?
What'd you say?
Filled with what?
His pupil slowly grows larger. It's almost like a dinner plate. Souls of the sinners. They must be put back to rest.
Well,
Things-
that's the Dominos, don't you think?
I'm trying to help you so you can help me. The island must go back to the way it was. Then he can be freed.
Whoa, I hear my teenage going off. Right? Who's messaging?
Killing is a sin, though.
Only other humans.
And who are the sinners that you're talking about?
You can see the eye start to shake, almost like he's afraid to tell you who. I don't have time. She will tell you when she finds.
Alright, so for now I just stick by her side. And you will help me.
You can see the corners of the fish's mouth turn up. Yes, I will help where I can.
Alright, so I'll return the favor whenever I'm able to.
You see the it's very hard to describe his like facial expressions because he's just a fucking eyeball in a mouth.
Yeah.
But he does seem happy about that response. Thank you. I will do what I can. As the fish slowly closes his mouth and swallows the eye back down. You feel the scratching in the back of your head. Whatever was there is gone.
Oh.
What?
No, he was gonna say something, but it's too late.
Can we not make deals with the devil, guys?
He's not a devil. Look at him. He's a big old fishy boy.
He wouldn't harm a fly.
Because he can, he's an eyeball.
Boy. Well, his 2 rows of separate teeth. Perfectly fine.
He's a big old blub blub.
And as the fish thing, I'm just gonna tell you what it is. Unless you don't want to know, want to keep it a secret until I tell you later.
Secret.
Secret, okay. As this giant leviathan-like creature shuts its mouth, it gives you a grin as it turns around and swims away, and everything fades back to black.
Let me see if I can drag this all the way back to fucking. Where are you?
There we go.
Did it!
Now you can
Yay!
the creepy children whispers. I tell you, the FBI guy's gonna have a field day looking at my search history.
Excuse me?
And everyone wakes up and it's next morning.
Good morning, Gnome Slayer.
Do you have to wake me up so loud?
But it's morning.
But do you have to wake me up so loud?
Yes.
Some people have no manners.
Man, doing so many voices of the ancients is hard.
Well, time to greet the new day.
Dorito, you wake up too.
Yeah, I know.
You're gonna go get some breakfast.
He'll probably go down and just sit. Just sit there and wait for Olivia.
Find a stool to sit at.
Do I smell food?
Oh, yeah, you smell food.
Oh,
It's
sweet.
not the best smelling thing you've ever smelled, but it's food.
Oh, you can hear heavy footsteps coming down.
Elliot, as you wake up, you look to the floor, and Olivia's already sitting up, staring at you. Well, Adrian is still. He's changed positions. The pillow's no longer in his, in his grasp anymore. It's like thrown to the side as he's laying his head in her lap, and she's gently. It's almost like it's unconscious that she's stroking his hair and she's looking up at you.
Mama.
Good morning.
Good morning. You talk a lot in your sleep.
I do?
Yeah.
I had no idea. Did they say anything interesting?
Auntie Olivia.
Oh. I guess I was dreaming about you.
He's so pure.
Her facial expression doesn't change, but you can see the skin on her cheek. It seems to change to light pink.
Oh.
You're not the only one. She pats Adrian's head.
Oh.
He seems to like do the dog thing where they're just like he's putting his hands.
I'm gonna kill him.
I know.
Stop.
And Olivia looks up to you and she says, "Where are your parents?"
My parents. Well. It's a long story, but they were wrongly imprisoned in my hometown.
I see. It's alright. A lot of us are orphans here. I didn't have parents. Not that I'm saying it to make you feel better. I'm just saying it's a normal thing. We should get breakfast if we're going to the temple.
I think that sounds nice.
Why are you rolling at me? What are you doing? Ah.
Gabby, if I'm whispering to you, don't say it out loud.
I just couldn't figure out why there was suddenly rolls popping up in my PNs. But now I know. Okay. She... Olivia, why are you like this? She... You see her, like, ball her hand into a fist and just really quick go... POP! to Adrian's forehead.
What the?
Jesus!
Morning already? Good morning. And she stands up and like quietly walks to the door because he's rubbing his head and he's like, ah.
Good morning, Adrian.
Good morning.
Did
would
you
s-
have a nice sleep?
Oh, yes. I dreamed about home.
Home.
Yeah, my home. Not here.
What's your home like?
Oh, it's wonderful. I mean, there was the academy, and the shops, and my mentor. Oh, my mentor's great. I love my mentor. Not like love, because that's weird. She's like in her 50s. Technically. She's 500.
Well, if you love it so much, then why are you here?
Because necromancy and trying
Oh.
to bring back the dead and failing apparently is illegal.
Right.
Yeah, that.
I only did it 3 times. And besides, my mentor would always tell me how the great Edward Emmerich would always try to resurrect people. I tried to do it once, and suddenly I'm a bad guy. 3 times.
Well,
But-
necromancy is usually frowned upon.
I mean, I'm not doing it on purpose, it just happens to be necromancy.
Maybe one day I can help you.
He looks around really fast. Are you a wizard?
I am a wizard. You want to see my spellbook?
You show me yours, I'll show you mine. He's reaching into his robe as he pulls out a spell book, and it's a science spell book too.
Ooh. And Elliot takes out a book that a completely black book with schools and stuff, and he opens it. There's a few rituals in it.
Incredible! I can't read half of what it says, but I do know a few of these spells.
You do?
Yes, I do. And he shows you his spell book, and some of your spells actually do match up.
And do I see any rituals in it?
Well, you're making me do homework. How could you?
Do your homework.
Let me see. I will get back to you on that. I will
Okay,
send
okay,
you
okay,
a
okay,
list. But you can see on the first page it has what appears to be a signed signature of whoever the hell this Phaedra is, and Clover.
Son of a bitch.
As Adrian smiling proudly. Did you know my mentor was a hero back where I came from?
A hero? What did he do?
She saved the world from a mad goddess. She's a druid.
Fucking Teddy.
This is her adopted son, guys.
Raz and Teddy adopted a little tiefling boy.
Yeah, and he's on the fucking dead island.
Why? How could Teddy let this happen to her baby boy?
She's not good at talking to officials.
What the fuck do you mean?
She tried to like make them not lock him up forever, so she's just like, "Hey, he's with me. Like, I'm a hero."
Okay.
So,
Not too many spoilers in case we actually meet Teddy.
yeah. Where did you get your spellbook from? I got mine from the spell shop.
I found it, actually.
Really? Just laying around?
Well, it used to be my dad's spellbook.
Oh, see, that makes more sense. You stole your dad's spellbook?
Well, he can't use it anymore.
Are your parents dead?
No, they
I
are
can
in
bring them back. Hmm.
Let me check something real quick.
Okay.
Oh, he's not very good at this.
Na na na.
Okay, so what if someone who doesn't have feet comes to the island? They technically can't set foot on the island if they don't have feet.
As long as you touch the stand, that's all that matters.
What if you
Fuck
don't
off.
touch the sand?
What if you levitate all the time?
Exactly. What if you levitate the whole time you're on Hades?
Okay, I'm gonna be right back though. Keep going though if you want.
Okay.
Is that a loophole? Did I discover a loophole?
No, you did not.
If I die, all I have to do is make a character that floats.
Yeah, I know. I tried and it wasn't good. So he's just smiling at you excitedly. I can't believe there's another wizard around. Oh, this is incredible. I mean, oh, there's so much we could learn from each other. I mean, my mentor was good and all, but she was no wizard. She taught me a few druid things, yes, but you know, there's no technicality to emotions. But she tried.
She sounds like a kind person. I
Oh,
hope I can meet her someday.
Oh, I hope so too. As long as I'm not stuck here for the next... How long does she live for? She's 500 now, so... She's got 200 years in her before she perishes.
No.
But I won't live long enough to see 200, so...
No.
Is that better?
Nice, maybe?
Yeah,
Okay,
it is for me.
nice.
But enough talking about my mentor and spells and stuff. We should probably get something to eat. I'm pretty sure Livia's already left us.
Oh yeah, I'm very hungry. Let's go.
He's scurry out the door, trying to race each other down the hall.
Babies!
Everyone's.
Back where they belong, in the main room.
Oh, let's fucking Skyrim music. What are you doing? This is the tavern music? You said it was tavern music.
Ah, back.
Let's start that over.
Welcome back.
There we go. Welcome back. We finally made it to the tavern part. Alright. As you all are filing in, you can see a very familiar face of Gunther. He's got his leg up on the the main bar as he's taken off his boot and seems like he's tweaking his fake leg. Just seems to be a bunch of like nuts and bolts he's put together. And Dale's like, Gunther, not on the... Come on, people eat off of that. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. Besides, gives it a little flavor. It's a lot better than what you're selling. As Dale looks defeated. Oh, hello, travelers and new folk.
Morning.
Good morning. Oh, what can I get you?
Meat.
Meat.
And ale.
Well, we have ale. And he goes and grabs you a couple of pints and slides them to you.
Nice.
As for meat, you are going to have to eat it very fast.
Hmm?
The animals here don't stay dead like the people.
Oh, don't worry, I'm a fast eater.
He just
Why is it just a great one?
smiles at you as he goes to the back. It takes him a while to come back as he brings you freshly cooked, almost like it was freshly slaughtered chicken legs.
Smells great. I dig in.
I'll just add that to your tab. He walks off.
I give him a thumbs up.
So as he's gorging himself, I keep trying to like read you guys' names and stuff, and I'm like, all right, these are the characters. I keep seeing your names instead, and I have to sit there and process like, what were their names again?
Wait, I'm gonna help you with that. I'm gonna actually change my name now.
I just see the rest of your group slowly file in as everyone's hoarding around the
Yeah,
main
that's fixed
table.
it.
And the rest of the people in the bar clearly staying away from the bar itself. There's a half circle around you guys of people just like, no. You think they get used to it?
Hmm?
Just
If you want meat, get in line.
I don't want your meat.
Not mine.
I'd rather starve.
Hmm.
Oh, you haven't tried that yet.
Why is he encouraging her death?
Hello. Hey, shorty. Oh. As Gunter takes his boot off of the counter and like straightens himself. You can see that he's like dusting himself off and he's trying to fix up his scarf, licks his hands and puts it through his hair. So how are you, love? Don't call me love. Still as cold as ever. How about I warm your heart? And he like still a little flame to his finger, and you see Olivia like reach over and grab his finger, extinguish the flame, and you hear a slight
Oh,
as Gruder's just holding his hand like ooh. I didn't even do it that hard.
That's what she said.
Olivia, maybe we shouldn't harm the locals. Especially the ones that are letting us live here for free. Eridan, Adrian, I will end you. Good talk, right?
Z looks at Gunter and he's like, "Oh, she broke your finger. Here, let me help. I will fix it."
Back off, I don't trust you.
I can heal you, but okay if you do not want a healed finger.
You see him like bite down on his finger and pull. It's not broken, it's only dislocated. Still
Well, I can
fucking
pop it
hurts.
back in for you. How is that? Painless.
don't trust your kind.
I'm sorry, what do you mean by that?
So, free drinks all around, yes?
No, let him talk.
You see Barbara immediately like, what? They're not staying for long, dear. Right? It depends. I was gonna head out. You are? I mean, there's no reason for me to stay anymore. Oh. He's rubbing his neck a little like, oh. Are you gonna miss us? As Adrian's smiling up at him. Well, I mean, I've known Olivia since always, so it's sort of weird that you're gonna just go. You'll get over it. As Olivia turns to the group. Who's going? Who's staying? Who's getting out of here?
I'm gonna head out anyway onto the island, so I'll come along.
I am definitely not staying here, but I would like to finish talking to my friend Gunther first.
I'm your friend.
Please, Gunther, allow me to show you that not all of my kind are just monsters.
He's squinting at you. How are you gonna do that?
A show of goodwill. I will heal you.
I already popped my finger back in place. Not to mention, you killed a gnome in cold blood. My brother told me.
I mean, we should command him for that.
You do not understand. I was trapped in a prison boat with him, and he would not stop complaining. And did you hear his voice?
He raises his eyebrows at you. Oh yeah, I heard it.
So you would agree that his death is justified.
He's
But you, my friend, you have a lot ahead of you.
Like,
I do not know, but I sense greatness in your future. Now, please, let me take a look at your hand.
he slowly, with the one eyebrow raised, gives his hand to you.
I want to break all his fingers.
Roll for it.
What do I roll?
I guess, let's see, since you're trying to do it fast, roll dexterity. Just straight dexterity. Dexterity.
Please, big. Wow, thanks.
As
You
immediately-
re-break his finger.
As you go to try to snap the first one, he pulls back and socks you in the face. Let's see if he hits. Let's see, he's not very strong. Does that?
Yes,
Oh,
it does.
Jesus.
Okay. So let's see. That's a 1d4 plus 2. Oh, you only take 3 damage. It's a very puny punch.
Baby damage.
Really? We're resorting to bar fighting. Okay.
I would like to make a spell attack against.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Elliot's eating a loaf of bread while watching them.
Yeah, same. Tarok is stuffing more meat into his mouth while watching.
Oh.
I'm just sitting in the corner with my arms crossed like, okay.
What was it? I forgot
As you-
already. One moment.
Start getting ready for your spell. Olivia's slowly taking off her great sword off of her back.
Oh shit.
Was it? was it?
I'm watching.
Holding it with
I
two
can't
hands.
remember if it was just small streetness modifier or bars.
Can I gesture to Olivia to put her sword down again?
No.
Oh.
No.
I do it
She's not gonna
any.
listen to you.
I do it anyway.
You add your spell attack bonus to your roll to hit, right? I always forget.
If the spell is a roll.
Yes, you add the spell attack bonus. Only the spell says that you can use it.
No, if it's to hit, yeah, you do it.
If it's to
damage,
hit, yeah.
You probably don't.
17. Alright, that hits. What are you
Okay.
doing?
I'm using inflict wounds at first level.
What the fuck?
Okay.
What was that? That's plus my fucking motherfucking Do I add my spell attack? I add my spell attack bonus to the hit too, right?
I think if
Yeah.
Luke wants doesn't let you.
If
Okay.
if the spell
And leave the description
specifies.
second.
It says make a melee spell attack against a creature you can reach. On a hit, target takes 3d10 necrotic damage.
Yeah, so it's only 3d10.
Yeah, it doesn't
Otherwise,
say.
it will say 3d10 plus your bonus.
Okay. He take 15.
Okay. So as you reach out and touch him, you see him go as the wounds start appearing. And Dale, he's like grabbing a pot and putting it over his head, not protecting his brother, but himself, and hiding behind the counter. As Barbara takes out a shotgun and shoots it up.
Okay.
As everyone in the bar is standing up and drawing guns and pointing them at you.
At this point, I'm gonna grab Zarek here by the back of his neck and just gonna drag him backwards. Do you want me to roll anything for that?
I mean,
Zerikir's not
you're
gonna
beefy.
resist.
beefy boy, so I think you do
Zerikir's
it
not
with
gonna
ease.
resist.
Alright, that's
Just
enough.
dragging him out.
I just hope our friend Gunther has learned to be careful what he says to travelers.
Elliot, I want you to roll an arcane or a perception roll, whichever one is higher.
Okay.
Okay, you don't notice.
My passive perception is 12.
That's still not good enough.
Okay.
It's okay. Next time, baby.
So as Olivia's slowly putting her greatsword back onto her back. Are you done? Why are you scolding me? He's the one who attacked me! He was only proving a point. Your point. You should be grateful he proved you right. Anyway, I'm leaving.
Yeah, to be fair, you should have resorted to a fist attack and keep that mumbo jumbo out of there, you know.
As long as he learns to be careful what he says, it does not matter the method.
You might as well get used to it.
It's just a tip for you. I mean, if you die, that's not my problem, but we'll see.
I'll see you around, Dale. Barbara. And you see Barbara, like, drop the shotgun, like, wait, you're going already? Like, right now? And Olivia looks at the group like, are we? Are we going right now?
I nodded.
Unless do you want us to finish? And she looks at Gunther. Oh, I could give a fuck about that little goblin. I'm family. He's my little brother, so please don't kill him. A lot of help you were, hiding behind your counter. Honestly, what a man I married. What I'm trying to say is, be safe. I know you're all about suicide, and that's like, weird. But when I was a girl, I was into some weird stuff too. I just hope you outgrow it. I'm older than you.
Oh,
You see Barbara. She seems a little frustrated as she's putting her tray down on someone's table, and people are like scooching their beers to make room for her. And she's marching over to Olivia. She pulls her in for a hug. As Olivia stays very stiff. And Adrian, he like joins the hug too. You see Barbara kind of putting her leg out and trying to kick Adrian away.
no.
Go away, puppy.
And Dale like hops over the counter. He's like, so I guess this is. Oh, shut up and get in here. She pulls him into it too. And Gunter's like, yeah, I'm fine, thanks. Really. It's not bleeding to death. Can't believe you almost killed Gunter. And Olivia finally like separates herself from him, like, ugh, physical contact, gross. As they're both patting her shoulder, and Dale's like, are you gonna come back one day? Preferably not. Come back at some point. Like, I know you're going out there to do this crazy god thing, but you have to live your life at some point. I've already lived my life. I'm done. As Olivia starts walking for the door, she pauses and looks to you guys to see if you're following.
Before
I need to talk to Dale real quick.
me too.
Okay.
But Zaraki can go
Talk to Dale.
first.
Tell me, Tavaruki, do you know of any mages that might live in this town or around?
He blinks. He points at his brother, and then he points at Adrian.
I see.
Oh.
The child I will deal with later. My friend, you want to get revenge on me, no?
Blow it out your ass.
No, I invite you. Come outside with me. Fight me. Hand to hand. No cheap tricks.
Look here, I may be dumb, but I'm not stupid.
You have my word. I will not cheat.
We're leaving you. So Olivia's already leaving out the door. Goodbye, older tiefling Z-man.
Alright, if you are not going to take my bait, I will just call it them.
I'm not even a real magic user.
Do you know of any real magic users then?
If you want real magic, go north. There's a whole town full of them.
Nobody here you know of?
Do we look like magic users?
You'll be surprised. Magic users come in many shapes and sizes. Just look at you. You are disgusting.
scratching the scraggle of his chin. I know. Ladies love it.
I guarantee you they do not.
And that's why you're still single. Glares at Barbara. Oi, brother. Why'd you marry a talking cow again? It would only take one bullet for you to be a single child.
Before I leave you, my friend Gunther, I just feel I should tell you. If you ever speak ill of me again, you will die. Goodbye.
Probably won't remember you.
Believe me, you will.
Well, now that that's out the way, tavern owner, thanks for the meat. And I throw him a piece of gold because I have no fucking clue how much anything costs.
He looks at the gold in amazement. Thank you. They had gold. Should have upped the prices. Barbara's like punching his shoulder, like you should have asked for more.
I just ruined the economy of this town.
With one gold coin. He's a rich man.
And I guess sorry for what that tiefling did. I'm gonna try to keep an eye on him.
Oh, no.
Not that he gets the entire group in trouble.
Gunther's pretty scrappy. I wouldn't worry about him. Fucking don't speak for me. I'm sitting right here. I'm not really hurt. He's pouting into his alcohol.
Well, farewell. And I head out the tavern and follow the rest.
They're waving to you, the husband and wife, like holding on to each other's hands as they're waving you goodbye. The rest of the townspeople are whispering, like, it's fine.
I swear I'm gonna fucking burn this town down.
Not if I can help it.
I will let the tavern keep survive. I will let Dale and his wife survive. Everybody else is dead.
I will extinguish your flames and I will keep you shackled up.
I can now get rid of the Gunther interaction.
I wanted to kill him.
And as you guys are walking out into the streets, Adrian is looking at Olivia and asking her, like, do you really think we're going to be able to fix all this? Don't know. Well, we might as well try, because if I don't, I'm gonna be stuck trying to fix it for thousands of years. Sounds like a heavy burden. I will bury you.
So, a little disgrace to tieflings.
Yes?
You are a mage?
Technically, I guess. I am a magic user in the sales wagon.
Very interesting. Tell me, do you come from a line of mages?
No, my family shuns magic.
Oh, you are boring then. But I will probably still kill you one day.
What?
Nothing.
Adrian. Yes? I don't want you near sea.
That is racist. What,
You're a
just
bad
because I am
influence on him.
tiefling?
No, because you decided to kill him.
Chris got
Only
a
I'm
point.
allowed to do that.
Very well, but when you do kill him, allow me to assist.
I would never kill Adrian. It seems a little counterproductive. Are you going to kill me or are you not? I would like to know. I'm not gonna kill you if I can help it,
But I might.
but he might.
Don't worry, Adrian. He's not going to kill you. And if he tries, maybe we can use him as a test subject.
Ooh, I've never tried necromancy on a living thing. Maybe it'll kill him and resurrect him.
If you think you can harm me.
Oh, I can't, but Olivia can.
You can't defeat me. Oh, I know, but he can.
Olivia just like nods.
I am not too afraid of a pale elf woman.
You should be.
I am not.
If you can kill me, I don't know what I'd do. I'd be overjoyed.
Well then, I will do the very opposite, and I will do everything in my power to keep you alive.
You feed.
She gets really fucking close to you. How fucking dare you?
You may not want to get too close. Sometimes tentacles explode out of me.
Same.
Same.
I
It
stop and I
hasn't
turn to them.
me yet,
Excuse
but
me,
I
little
feel
boy?
like it could.
Excuse me, little boy.
Why are you always picking on children?
Did you just say tentacles can also come out of you?
Why are you surprised? Have you
Hold
never
on,
seen
hold on.
tentacles come out of a child before?
So you are telling me? Hold on, everybody back up like 11 feet from me, okay? Move.
She backs up.
Is everybody out of the way?
No.
Yeah.
No. I'm not.
Okay, I warned you to get away, and you have not. I have to look the spell back up.
Honestly, I just want to see what happens now. This is getting interesting.
So, young boy, you are telling me you can do this? Anybody who did not move, out of my 10 feet radius now must make a strength save.
Okay. Go ahead.
What the fuck?
Okay, hold on.
Who's a strong boy?
Spell save DC. Oh,
Hey!
Weasums. Okay, where's my spell save DC? Okay, you both pass. You'll take half of the following roll. You take half of 9.
So do we take 4 or 5?
Oh wait, hold up. Actually, I have to roll one more because I forgot that. Actually, no. I'll say I'll use my. Yeah, I'll do that. Never mind. I'm not gonna roll another one. Haha. I'm an idiot. But yeah, half of 9. Whether you round up or down is up to Gabby.
Or round down. Because it's the beefy boys.
Oh my, that tickles.
Yeah,
So-
but tendrils just burst out of him and slap you a little bit. You're telling me you can do this?
Well, and he steps a bit closer to you. You might want to back away. Summer's character.
I stand there. I just.
Okay. And you will
Hilarious.
see even more tendrils grow up from the ground, and I want you to make a strength saving throw.
Here you go.
This is all.
Okay, so
Very
you take
I can't let go away.
Wait, was it 2d8 or 2d6? 2d6. Sorry.
I mean, you still roll less than 6s, but
Hey!
So you will take 4 damage.
Okay. That's great.
That tickled.
so now that you children are done, can we get going?
I would hope so. Because all the spellcasting is making me very excited to cast spells myself. Don't.
Why are you in such a hurry, Tin Man?
Because I came here for a reason, and not to see whatever's going on while people are looking at us.
You mean you came here to die, right?
No.
Everybody who comes to this island dies, you know.
He gives you a thumbs up.
Yet,
Sounds cool. Let's do it.
to be fair, people have told me before I would die doing something, and I mean, I'm still standing here, so...
Rapunzel's right, though.
Rapunzel.
Let's talk about Tarok. I mean, look at him. Adrian's like looking up at him more like, whoa. So that's the difference between a male orc and a female orc. Your Tusk are so much larger than my mentors.
That's sexist.
No, it's not. That's natural.
Then again, she was a half orc, so there's that.
Runt.
She had pure white hair though. She walks with a cane now. I call her old lady. She hates it.
I'm not old, Adrian. I'm just old.
Oh, my back. She could still beat the shit out of me though.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
I'm with the Tin Man though. I think we should get a move on.
Alright, misfits, forward.
You feel this glaring coming from Cyrus.
Hurry up, Tin Man.
Wait, do I know his name? Did he
No.
Yeah, see?
I don't think anyone's introduced their names properly. Besides Olivia and Adrian.
And see.
Yeah.
Well, Elliot did.
Yeah.
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 Elliot properly introduced himself. No one else.
What a weirdo.
Saying hi and how are ya?
Goddamn social people.
Maybe we don't need to.
I guess as you all follow Olivia up the steps that are behind the town, it takes a little walking. You do come across a temple hidden away. It's almost like behind the rocks. And it's a huge temple. It's white, it's made out of marble, you can tell. There are priests walking around and quietly murmuring to themselves, you know, in prayer. And some that see Olivia are like, like, oh, she's back.
What is it this time? Demon!
Did she come to hang herself again? Did she come with a stronger
Hide
rope?
the chairs! Hide the chairs!
Some of them look worried, and others are like, oh, she's back, thank God. Oh, she's alive! Praise Amontar! I hate this place.
I could burn it down.
It wouldn't matter. He'd still be alive. Let me get the temple music. So as she pushes the twin doors open, you see that she kind of like shivers a bit, like she just was hit with a bad memory. And Adrian's like comfortably patting her as she continues walking forward. It's a very beautiful temple. You can tell that the people here care a lot more about their buildings than the town does. And the priests and priestesses walking around are all wearing pure white robes with a sun emblem that's been hand stitched in the back of it. And they got bits of gold, like strips, going across their robes. It's very decorative, very pretty. And they all wear golden amulets of the sun.
You know, I never understood the need for these gigantic buildings, but it's looking quite nice.
Gods get their power by the people who follow them. So it's funny that gods always screw over their followers. As Olivia walks further down the halls, her armor making a clack, clack, clack noise that echoes as people who are praying around seem to notice that you guys are entering, and you can see them praying harder.
Yeah, pray to me.
There are some people that see Olivia approaching and they like quickly fill up the pews. I'm not here for that. We don't even have any rope. As you get to the main altar, and before it stands a skeleton that seems to be frozen in time with his hands clasped together in prayer. And behind the shrine itself is a giant, like, stained glass window that you can actually see light shining through. You haven't seen the sun in a while, but for some reason this one place has sunlight. And of course, it's a depiction of a man with his arms stretched out in a white robe. And his face has been replaced with the image of the sun as light is shining from him. And as Olivia walks over, she looks at you guys, she's like, you might want to take a seat. This'll take a while. Gotta go talk to the man upstairs and see what I'm going to do next. She needs Daddy's permission to do anything. And she gives a death glare to Adrian. And she very gently puts her hands on the skeleton's shoulders. And she just fucking eats that thing across the room. And you can see the priest like gasp. Like she's dusting her hands off like, alright, Fiero, move. I need to use this. As she takes out her golden amulet. And she kneels down and prays. Like, her praying is so not like everyone else's. Everyone else is like on their knees, hands clasped together, praying. Hers is like a crouch. Like, I will not kneel to you. Fuck you. And as the skeleton lay there for a few moments, it starts to move. And the skeleton slowly, like, reforms. You hear the rattling of bones rolling back into place as it slowly stands up. And it cracks its neck side to side. And Olivia, looking a bit more irritated, because her prayer was interrupted, looks over at the skeleton. And she says, you know, it's kind of immoral to be naked in a temple. God damn it, I need to fucking stop one to play the other. I didn't know I could play two at once. That's awesome.
Oh yeah, you can mix them. You can mix ambience and themes and other things.
So as the skeleton stands there, put some fucking clothes on. And the skeleton kind of looks at himself. I mean, it's like, is it really nudity if I don't have any skin anymore? Fiero, please.
Did that skeleton just talk?
You see him kind of like waltz over to you guys and reach under the pews as he pulls out his own little robe that he puts on himself. He's like, ah, that's much better. Hi, I'm Fierro, the Great and Powerful. It's nice to meet your acquaintance. I didn't know Olivia had friends, or was capable of making friends.
More acquaintances, but sure.
Adrian. And he holds his hand up, and Adrian gives him like a little high five.
So, is it just me wondering about the walking and talking skeleton, or... I don't want to sound rude, but the last time I saw one, it attacked me, and...
So yeah, that would be a problem. But, fear not, I am a great hero. Did you know I was one of the survivors
Oh no.
during the Great Crusade to go to the Temple of Death and bring back the sword? He's putting his foot up majestically on the pew as you see the priests all hanging their heads in shame.
I think this is what they meant by the Iceland that Rochester don't die.
So, did you die of age, or did you die from other things?
I died from a wound infection after getting hit at the temple. Olivia carried me all the way back. But I fought valiantly. You died after the first hit. So... But I was there. I saw everything. I was a paladin. I taught you how to fight. Look at you all grown up. I was older than you back then, and I'm still older than you now. He's kind of like scratching his chin. He's like, I guess. You always just were so small back then. And cute. Ugh. I'm trying to talk to Montauk, please. Oh, that's serious. He just kind of walks over to the pews with you guys and sits down as she continues her prayer. He just waves at you guys like, hello. Adrian's like sitting happily next to him, like looking up at him, smiling, looking back, kicking his feet. Stop this music and get back to that. Holy shit. Holy moly! There we go. So, as Olivia finally is able to concentrate on her prayers, you see that the sunlight beaming through suddenly becomes brighter as it completely surrounds her body. It seems like a one-sided conversation because you can't hear what he's saying to her, but you can hear what she's saying to him. Alright, so I found them. Now what? Are you serious? The light gets so much brighter, she has to shield her face. Alright. But where do I go after that? What's the point of being a god if you're not omnipotent? So you're saying I'm winging it? Well, how good that'll be. And the light sometimes gets a little bit warmer, dimmer. Sometimes it shines really brightly when she's arguing. So 7's all I need. I'll do what I can. And then after that. Okay. Thank you. She tucks her amulet away, and you see the sunlight start to fade. She stands up and dusts herself off. And she points to Fierro, and she's like, you, stay. He's like, throwing his hands up like, Where would I go? I was once a handsome man, adventurer true and true. I found religion, and now I'm stuck with it. Tragic. I will skin you again. Fine. I'll keep the temple up and running while you're gone. And then when you come back... Hopefully I don't come back. Adrian's kind of like twiddling his thumbs. So, it's time to leave? Like, leave. Yeah. I know where we gotta go now. For now. She rolls her eyes. The rest of you. Any last questions before we go off on a journey together as a team? Air quotes.
Yeah, what's all this about?
Olivia looks at Adrian. You want to tell it? Oh, right. So, let me turn this down a bit because I can't hear myself. About 200 years ago.
The short version, please.
Oh. Right. So, a man made a deal with a demon, and he went around killing people to harvest the souls. And once he had that, he raised the dead for some reason, and now all those souls he's collecting have become corrupt. And it's our job to find the souls, put them to rest, and stop him. And once he's dead, then everything goes back to normal. He just smiles. And that's our quest. And preferably
Right.
kill the demon that was behind all this, but, you know, minor details.
I don't think I ever seen a real demon.
Olivia is rolling her shoulders. I can't wait to see him again.
I mean, I've still got my own task here on this island, but I mean, if it does align, why not? First, I gotta find that. Anyway,
There's a lot of things to slay on this island. I'm sure you'll have fun.
I like the sound of that.
She looks at you, Elliot, and she tells you, you don't have to come if you don't want to. You can
Oh, but I
stay.
want to come.
And she shrugs, like, sit yourself.
I mean, you're asking
It's
the boy
nice.
who just grew tentacles, so
That is true. You have potential. She looks at you, Cyrus. You wanted to see the temple of the wheat god?
I would very much like to.
Very well then. It's not far from here. I hope you guys aren't afraid of the dark.
I am the dark.
Yeah, I am the dark.
Let me see. Where's that traveling music? Oh yeah, that's right. It was too big a file, so I'm gonna have to pull it on and I got so many files open. Go away. Shoo. Let's see. Oh wait, no, I have it open on the side. That's right. I was prepared. No, not there. Copy. It's 3 hours of heroic fantasy music. That should be long enough. One would hope. Cannot play a song that's longer than 3 hours. What do you mean?
Is it 3 hours long?
Let's see, RPG travel music. This was the one thing I couldn't get on my playlist. And I was
Oh yeah, right. Rhythm has a length limit, right?
it's stupid. Now I gotta get a whole bunch of them and put them on there.
I mean, you can also just search for travel music for 1 hour.
Yeah, so I'm looking up 1 hour travel music. Bangers, please go on. RPG playlist. I don't care about your Hollister swim line. Give me my music. Play. There we go. Rhythm, do your thing. Thank you. Okay. Where was I? Oh yeah. So, y'all are getting ready to set out as the priests are like bowing to you and nodding their heads and saying, you know, may the sun light your way as you go. Olivia seems to be on a mission to get out there as fast as possible, so she's speed walking.
I'm following in behind her, throwing a few looks back at the walking skeleton, still a little bit in... Okay.
Adrian's is like, his hands are behind his head and he's kicking his feet as he's walking. I still can't believe you're serving a god you don't like. I didn't do it on purpose. Well, to each their own. I'll keep to my books, you keep to your praying. Right. Is there anything you guys would like to do?
Leave the temple.
Get out of Dodge!
This is making me uncomfortable. It's way too big. It's bigger than me.
It's bigger
Because
than
it
me,
caught
therefore I don't like it. Alright.
It's bigger
Ghost,
and harder
is
than
there
me.
anything Elliot would like to do or ask before they leave? Ghost?
You're cutting out.
Oh, I'm cutting out? Oh no.
I think you're fine now.
Oh, yeah. I was asking, is there anything Elliot wants to do before they leave
No.
the temple? No,
No.
just everyone wants to get out of here. Alright. So, as you leave the temple and you head down the road, instead of turning right to go back into town, you make a left and start heading north. And as you do, the road kind of crumbles and turns into a dirt road. You can see farmlands to your left and right. Seems to be very prosperous, I guess is the word. There's a few with cattle, and you can see some that are dealing with horses, but not many. It's mostly just cattle and chickens. Maybe you see like 2 goats. But they're all fenced in. Really well fenced in. And as you keep walking, the farmland slowly starts to leave you behind. As you come to a more open area. And you can see that this road is obviously well used. It seems like because these 2 temples are so close together, it's a good protection barrier around this area for any wandering undead. Because you haven't seen any so far. Besides the skeleton, but he's a special case. And as Olivia leads you to, like, an uphill part, and you look across and see that there's a wheat field with the temple of Shantia. It has a great oak tree that's slowly enveloping it and wrapping around it. you can see that there's actually like one or two farmers on cart heading there. And she points to it and she looks at Cyrus. Is that what you're looking for?
Yes, this is the place from my dreams. He's walking to it.
Gives you a weird look. I hope none of my dreams come true. Same. As they follow.
Would make things interesting.
And the rest of you follow through the field of wheat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Cool.
Olivia kind of like picks up Adrian and Elliot and hoists them up on her shoulders as she's
Aw.
wading through the wheat field. It's very tall wheat. Surprising how like fertile this this plain is. Land. There we go.
I heard that ash is a good fertilizer, but this is kind of ridiculous, don't you think?
It's funny how if enough people die, the planet seems to flourish.
I couldn't tell. Where I come from, there was just sand everywhere.
We don't have any deserts on the island. We do have an ice wasteland, though. If you're ever interested
Probably
in doing
cold.
the opposite of sand.
Probably cold as ours there. Gotta get some wood.
It is. I like it.
Well, maybe there's big creatures. That'd be favorable.
There are. As long as you don't get dragged under by the mermaids.
For mermaids kept to the sea and not to snow.
It's a frozen lake.
Oh.
It's their kingdom.
Okay, but if it's frozen, how do they drag you under? How do they get through the ice?
She gives you a blank stare. You break it.
Okay,
It's a big trap.
well, but if they can break it that easily, then can it even hold my weight?
You'd probably fall right through. It'd be really funny.
Well, I guess I'll take care of that when we get there.
My first time going there, I fell through. Fiora had to pull me out. He said it was hilarious. I'm glad he's dead. He's not dead, but you know, he's getting there.
Oh, we're almost there. Oh, living on a prayer.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
So, Cyrus, are you walking towards the temple or are you fucking booking it? You running?
No, I'm walking. I'm taking my time. I don't think the farmers are gonna take good to a giant armor just fucking running towards them.
What is that? It's a
What the fuck?
So you finally get through the field of wheat. It's really cute because sometimes you'll see like bunnies scurry out and like run off somewhere. They just dart in different directions. And sometimes just like little mice that go through it. Just trying to get out of the way. You could have used the road, but instead you just went through the wheat field. It's a shorter way. So, as you finally make it to the temple, it's not as well kept as the Temple of Life is, but it's definitely taken care of. Seems like it's got a bit of fresh paint on it, and the tree doesn't really help with how old it looks, You can see that the branch has now grown into the building on the side because it's smashed through one of the windows.
It's just part of it.
Yeah, this is my temple now. And as you push open the wooden doors, they're not even sealed. I don't have a picture to go with this, I'm sorry. I looked. But it goes the same way as the Temple of Life, where it's a long corridor to an altar. A lot smaller. There's not that much echo. And even the ground itself is covered in dirt from people walking back and forth. But it almost seems right. As you can see that the branch that has grown into the side is in full bloom. The tree itself almost looked dead, but this one branch inside is blooming.
Is it over the altar?
Yes.
I'd like to go to the altar.
Alright, you make your way to the altar, and there's a very old woman in prayer there.
Let me see if I can find her name. Let's see. I found her. Okay.
It's an old woman in raggedy old brown and green cloak. Well, not really a cloak, more like a dress. She seems to be like, her hands are dirty and calloused. She's shaken from her age, but you know, she's got her hair up in a messy bun. She's very old, but she made it here. She looks up to you. She's like, "Oh my, are you here to pray?"
I undo one of my gauntlets and I take out my holy symbol and I kneel next to her.
Oh. She reaches up and touches the metal of your helmet. You are one of her children. Wonderful. And she steadily gets up, a little shaky. She's got to take a walking stick just to move out of the way, to give you a spot so you can pray.
I could have waited for my turn. There was no rush.
And she, like, politely waves at you, like, "Oh, no, it's fine. I've been here all day. It's nice to see that some people still care." What is everyone else doing while this is going on?
All this religion and praying makes me want to vomit.
Vomit outside. It's good for the ecosystem.
I do not see why people follow these gods with their false sense of power. You know why they build such big temples? It's like compensating for small dick.
I wouldn't know.
What'd she say?
She said, "I wouldn't know."
Gods like to pretend they are powerful, so they have their acolytes build them grand temples.
That's how they get their power. The more people that pray to them, the stronger they are. If they stop, they die.
No matter how much power a god has, he still bleeds.
I want to test that theory.
I would very much love to test that theory.
Right. Well, my mentor has fought a god, and they do, in fact, bleed and are capable of being killed. So, theory solved. You don't have to do it yourself.
So it is simple. Olivia, you hate your god, so we just kill your god.
I've tried. It's very hard to throw rocks far enough to hit the sun.
Fucking idiot.
She does
You
make.
do realize that that he's not just the son, and he also probably has a corporeal form somewhere.
He doesn't want to talk to me in that form. For some reason.
I wonder why.
Well, you got some problematic. Can't really understand why I followed them.
What would happen if you kill the god of life and sun itself?
Probably all look like Fiero.
I don't want to find out, honestly. Am I the only one on the boat of let's not find out? Just me? Cool.
We do not need the gods, and the gods are afraid of us finding out.
Quietly at one of the pews, and staring at the floor. I just want to see her again. I want to see him again. You're talking out loud again. Oh. That's unfortunate. Right. Well, this is all fine and dandy. Cyrus, please hurry up. Dim back here. As the old woman takes a seat next to you. And you can see she's taking her shaking hands and putting them over top of your hands on your symbol. And you hear the voice. My child, it's good to finally see you. I know why you're here, and I wish I could help. But this is something you have to do on your own. But I can at least help you on your way.
I would hate for a god of such kindness to be dragged into my own wish.
It's alright. A mother must do what she can for her children. Unfortunately, I can't undo what he's done. He didn't do it under my name. Or my wishes. But, I promise you, if you follow the White One, she will guide you to your answers. And you can be set free. If you still wish.
Thank you.
No. Thank you. As the old woman takes her shaky hands off of your amulet and smiles at you. It seems like you've got a long journey ahead of you.
There's a lot that I have to do.
It'll be alright. And she looks over at the group. You have friends on your side.
The orc raises an eyebrow.
Z scoffs.
And you have her on your side. She gestures to the altar. where a wreath lay around, along with many picked flowers and seeds of sorts. She takes your hand and pats it as she goes back to pray.
She's been away for a long time now. But at least I got what I needed.
Can we go
Hey.
now?
I turn around and I start walking towards the group. Yes.
Oh, it is about time. About 1 more minute and I would have slaughtered everyone in here.
I mean, you could have tried.
Don't. The farmer
You feel bad vibes coming from the armor.
Everyone was angry all of a sudden.
What? Can no one take a joke?
You're really bad at telling jokes, you know.
A
I
joke comes
think
with
you
a
just do
punchline.
not have a sense of humor.
Huh?
Your humor's as dry as his homeland.
Damn.
Not quite, but sure.
Olivia's already walking out. She's like, she looks back and she's like, we'll be heading north. We'll follow the road.
North to that town full of mages, perhaps?
North to our first soul. There's a chasm that's been growing and slowly eating the earth. My god has told me that there's something of interest down there, that I should check it out before it swallows the entire island.
I do not quite understand why am I helping you go free souls?
Because the souls are powerful beings with magic.
Powerful being. Very well.
But if you don't want to come along, you can go back to the village and finish what you started with Gunter.
No, I think I will save him for another day.
See, it's easy. We kill the big evil things. We get the souls or something, and that's it.
He did not tell me about big magical spirit things. Interesting.
Don't you just love it when-
He sounds like he's taking notes.
Don't you just love it when gods don't tell you everything? They're like, oh, they'll find out.
Oh, they'll do it. This is my test for them.
Why can he never be upfront with me? It's so annoying.
The
If
ways
you're
of,
done talking to yourself.
my friend, the ways of the spirits are always hard to figure out.
Go, I am not talking about the spirit. Do not worry.
As you're all getting ready to leave, Cyrus, you take one last look, and where the old woman once stood is a very tall woman, as her gown flows and she's got a wreath draped around her like a scarf. Her hair is green as it blows in the wind, and she's got flower petals fluttering around her. And she bows to you.
Oh fuck, attack her! Kill her!
It's a trap! It's a trap!
I bow back. But I kneel down after bowing.
And just like that, a gust of wind blows through the open window, and both her and the old woman are gone.
Oh god, he killed her.
Some cleric you turned out to be! Alright. Do you guys want to stop it here, or do you want to go for another hour?
I mean, I can go for
No.
more, but yeah.
Let's stop, please. I
He
just to
humped me.
Kind of lost track of
kill
time.
time because I don't want to play at night.
Yeah.
So that would defeat the point.
Yeah, I'll leave it here.
Okie
I wanted to get as much exposition out of the way so we can get to the core.
Okay, then I'm gonna stop the recording now.
Yeah.